We moved to the country. I'm from London, so London's one of the biggest cities in the world. So many people. The houses are very small, the apartments are very small. Too many cars, and I've always wanted to live in the countryside and have a place to build cars and you know, raise my family and, you know, in the quiet Spanish countryside. But the enthusiasts you've got here are very professional, very knowledgeable of classic and American cars, but that only runs to the original standard of a car. But in England you've got the hot rodders, the street racers, the street rodders. So they'll take a classic car or an American car, but they'll change it. They want to keep the shape of the car because it's a lovely shape, an old 30s, 40s car, whether American or British, but they'll change, they'll put a Rover V8 or a Ford or Chevy V8, and obviously to go faster. But if you keep the shape of the car and put new stuff, new brakes, new engine, new gearbox, sometimes a new chassis, then you have the best of both worlds. A classic car that looks classic, but then the safety and the performance of a modern car. This, I think, Spain is lacking, and I think it would go down very well in Spain if you was allowed to do. But to keep the look, what we've done, or what people do in England, is they buy a car like a TVR or a Scimitar, which is a separate chassis, like a 4x4. You can take the body off, fiberglass body, and on the chassis you have everything. The chassis, the engine, the gearbox, the brakes, so you don't have to change anything. And then you get the old body of the car and put it on the new chassis. So that's actually underneath there is a Scimitar chassis with a V6, 3 litre V6, automatic engine. It's got race suspension on it. Safety, it's fantastic. Good brakes, disc brakes on it, so it stops very well and drives like a modern car, but still looks like a 1939 Singer. The Marlin, I bought the Marlin for my partner's 40th birthday. She didn't like it, and I can't have anything normal, so chopped the body off and made the steel cab and just turned it into, literally, I wasn't too sure what I was going to do and just made up as I went along, and it turned into a pickup truck, a rat rod really, you know. So I haven't changed the car, it's the same engine, same chassis, same engine, I just changed the body. Tomato was built for my kids, really. After watching the movies, big fan of the Cars movies, and I'm always thinking, when I look at different cars, or different vehicles, I see different things. There's a lot you can do to Jeeps, especially with the Range Rovers, because you have the V8, so you've got the good engine, the right sound, and they're cheap for parts. I prefer the older cars. I'm not really into American muscle cars. The Barracuda I like, but as yet I haven't touched it. But it will be changed. But for me, it's a big V8 7.2, but still for me it's not big enough, not fast enough. The changing of the car, I haven't done, but for the previous owner, they had a 383 cubic inch Chrysler engine, which is now got a 440, which is 7.2. So the engine's been changed to a bigger engine. The gearbox is a 4-speed manual, which is originally, it was when it came off the production line. That's still standard. It's got a a limited slip diff, posi rear end. It's got a racing front suspension. It's got a disc brake conversion for safety, bigger discs from the drums, the old drums. If I put twin turbos on it, which I have to figure out size, that will go with a big block Chrysler. It'll be very hard and expensive, but the end game will be 1,100 or 1,500 to 1,800 horsepower. But then the chassis will have to be definitely strengthened, or a complete new chassis. Roll cage, shorten the rear axle, fatter tyres. Yeah, the transmission will have to be a drag race transmission, so that will be completely race, not really for the street. You can use it for the street. A lot of my friends do in England, they drive drag race cars on the road. Expensive, but nothing will break. You know, when you've got the horsepower on the road, it will take anything that you throw at it.